The complexity of the Alison Rose story is going to linger and linger and linger. But there are there are issues which are just wrong. Keeping information on a customer, whether it's Farage or whoever it is not just about using that information, it's about keeping it. For how long? This is about data protection, about whether the law was broken by Coutts-NatWest. And I think that 40-page document itself goes way beyond any banking remit. Farage, from that point of view, becomes a catalyst for change. Now, the career of Alison Rose, I presume that's pretty well over. This is the career of a major hardline achiever. Somebody who broke through the glass ceiling, somebody who did remarkable things in terms of childcare, in terms of women in the workplaces. But what did she actually do with banking? Not much, really, as far as I can see. She didn't turn up for the select committee's meeting, and she changed the name of RBS, of Royal Bank of Scotland, to RBS. So, she simply favoured an acronym over a description. I don't think there's much to say about that. Now, the mess over the government interference with the resignation of Alison Rose, I think, is a much more interesting question. So, at the point when Alison Rose handed in her explanation, and the board said that it was satisfied and stuck and backed her, had full confidence in her, as I predicted, that wasn't going to last. What I didn't know was that at that point the Treasury and the Prime Minister were involved, apparently, and this triggered Alison Rose's eventual resignation at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, that's just unseemly, really. It's unseemly. At that sort of time, it's just absurd. And there's also the fear that political pressure was being placed on the bank. Well, because they didn't do the right thing. But nevertheless, political pressure, it doesn't come across well, does it? She was the first woman to run a big UK bank, and she was forced to quit in a controversy because pressure was put upon her. And it was a surprise. She quit at 1:29 in the morning. And Howard Davis got a good night's sleep before he released his statement. He should also go. There's no question. And the fact that the government has serious concerns, well, the government should have announced those serious concerns right at the beginning. The government was playing catch-up, and that's not the government's job. The government should be leading. And the government should have a role to play in this. 39% of the shares of NatWest are owned by us. And Alison Rose was a favoured member of government circles. She sat on the Prime Minister's Business Council. She was a powerful woman. But I don't think gender should dictate whether or not somebody is untouchable. And I think Rachel Reeves' intervention gets the wrong end of the stick. Yes, this whole thing stinks to high heaven. Yes, the government behaved badly, but no. Should Alison Rose have stayed in her job? No, she should have gone from her job the minute all this stuff, all this stuff emerged. She shouldn't have been required to be pushed. She should have had the honour to offer her resignation immediately, but she didn't. And in that, she's following a clear tradition set by government ministers. We need to restore the sense of honour to our country. And without that, we can't really progress.